Hi, Hound. Let's see, what the weather look like today? Looks nice at the moment, but I think there's something coming in from over there. Doesn't look too brilliant. Well, we'll get some grass done, shall we? Oh, you don't care, do you, boy? Right. I think I'll go and collect some eggs. Oh, welcome back to Blickling, and I don't think there's many eggs here to collect. Oh, looks like it's very few, basically because I already have collected them once. I had a crash. Let's get rid of the fourth wall for you. So we're going to carry on now to do what we're meant to be doing. I haven't really got round to using our office yet. Right, well, as it's going to rain, and it's going to rain reasonably soon by the looks of the weather forecast, I'm going to go and do some grass to put into silage. I don't think it's worth our while trying to start field 2. If it was later in the autumn I would do, but at the moment I think we're alright. We've got this lot all on, ready to go. I better just turn my head tracking on and go forward in a forwardly direction. That's my mate Disco would say. Oh, I didn't show you the bales we got in this time. I will show you when we come back again, hopefully. Just hope we don't get another crash. It's a problem using so many resources to do this, that even this machine, which is not the lowest part in the world, is beginning to struggle a bit again. Oh, no, I should just have me indicator going. I think we're going to get away with this time. Last time I come up here, there was cars coming in all directions and I went for it. So you missed that. It's now on the cutting room floor. What would have been if it wasn't for the fact that I record an MP4, and MP4 doesn't save as it goes along. You actually have to physically save it at the end to make it nice and neat and tidy, which is what OBS does, but it works most of the time. I think we're going to wait for him to come. Let's see if I can see anything behind us. We always got to be careful of as these old boys dashing out in front of you. Now, I think there was someone asked, I think it might have been Chris Webb, is this a true representation of the roads in our area? Well, this bit isn't, of course. This is a dirt track, and this is very much a farm track. But the main roads here in Blickling, if anything, are not as bad as the roads we have where I live, about 30 mile away from Blickling, 30 mile due south, in a different council district. There's a lot more potholes on the whole road. I'm not 100% certain how they are in Blickling, but I'm going to guess that actually must be a little bit like we have. I'm just trying to remember what I've got to do. A little bit like we have, not exactly brilliant roads. Problem being that councils have been starved for cash for a number of years now. Central government has been taking money away from them and not allowing them to put up what's known as the council tax, or more colloquially poll tax. So they've been hit by a double whammy, and of course what's a triple whammy, because costs are going up all the time. and you have certain things that a local council have to supply. The road just being one of them, but if they can amend a bit with the roads, they will do. But a lot of the roads need to be completely dug up now and relayed. It's getting to that sort of state, I'm afraid. Anyway, that's my political message out of the way. I try not to get too far into politics. There's more politics in the Old Reach than there should be in this one. Alright, now what's the rest of the crew doing? Well, hurrying up, having a well-deserved rest, and they will be until the end of autumn, when we have that next completely clear day. I'm asked them, to come back then, and they get 9 done, and we're trying to get. Pat myself will try and get one other field done before the end of the month, or the end of the autumn, and we should then be fine. It's actually looking better than it did for a couple of months ago when we first saw what the long range forecast had for us. Still not brilliant, because if it should rain late Wednesday night, it could still be wet well into Thursday. But yeah, we will find out, and I should really be going on the uncut bit. I'm not trying to do this properly. I'm just running over, getting a couple of loads, which is what we want to get put into this silage fermenter. And oh, by the way, Pat's now quite pleased, but she's discovered that we can get fertiliser out of it. Well, form a slurry out of it, which has pleased to no end. We have to buy a slurry tank, and that will be coming once we sold the crops off, which won't be until the winter. We can't really afford to buy anything extra now, so the stuff that goes in for winter crops won't have any extra fertiliser on. But in fact, the stuff that goes in there, the only one that's going to need that is going to be one, so I might just leave one till near the end for actually seed, and we can seed 10 next. Yeah, we can seed 10. We may well be doing that this autumn. Get that seeded. Where that is, that might be the one for rape. There's the reason I don't want to put rape in close to the house. I suffer badly from hay fever, and one of the worst things is the rape floor. I suffer muchly during that period, and I don't like putting rape in too close to other houses either. But I think 10 should be alright. It's not a lot up that end of the village or the parish. Yeah, it's not the best of things for a farmer to suffer from. It's hay fever. A bit like there was a cricketer. Trying to think which one now. It's Essex, I think. It might have been Trevor. Can't think his surname. I think he may well have suffered from hay fever. So again, it's not a brilliant thing for a cricketer to suffer from. I think we're getting close to filling this one up. And a little secret to say about where I got to when that computer decided to lock up on me. So if you hear me sort of taking a deep breath as we fill up and start away from home, you know why. On the way home, I'm going to whip across country with 10 because it's empty, there's nothing in there now. I'm going to drive across that on the way home. Right, well, that's it. All switched off. We've got 2 or 3 load of this we need, really. The more we can get, the better, but Let's just slow down. I went a bit crazy coming out here last time. Got away with it, but only just. I will have to spend some time looking after the animals. If we get 3 load done, I may well go and do the animals. Not in this episode, I don't think. This episode's going to be mainly getting grass in for the silage. Right, this is where I start to hold my breath. I was going across here, and I haven't got a clue what I was marveling about. Marvel, Norfolk for talk, the yarn, the chat. That's your Norfolk words for the day. Plus I should do like Jerry Creepy Sims doing, do little competitions but have Norfolk words as part of it. Perhaps not. There we're in. Right. Well, we got past that bit. What I'll do whilst this is tipping out, we'll just have a walk and I'll show you the bales. What we've done to the bales, and that is thanks to Disco out, a bit on that. He modified the gearbox mod, which we found out afterwards wasn't 100% necessary because Mowgli's done it himself with a little extra bit, which is what I've gone back to now. But I have to thank Disco, and by the way, watch Disco's channel. Always good for a laugh. Always something interesting going on. I still don't think he's going to ever top. Just going to top the one where he got hit by a train. That was my favourite. And we do have a little bit of a banter between ourselves. But yes, he's a very nice chap, and he's very knowledgeable, far more than I am. Alright, this is what we got in. I tidied the hay up. I put oils up by hand, would you believe? Well, not by hand, by fork, but I use special forks, not just your common old garden stuff. I wasn't going to do that. And these are straw bales. I think we've got enough. We got that one there, which I couldn't be bothered to put up. I'd done all that off screen because I had enough of that by then. I think I used the CSZ forks, but there was but I have been on another map using these, which are the Black Sheep Modding ones, which also work very well indeed to do that. The only difference is the CSZ automatic pickup, and the and they lock in place and they drop it all off. Whereas the Black Sheep is a bit more conventional, but they lock. And you have up to 4 on there. We're doing on here. You see, we've got 6% grass just at the start up now. Digitate, that's the stuff. That's the fertiliser. And we only got 80,000 litres of silage, which won't be enough. Even with this, probably will not be enough, so we're going to do another load. And what makes sure I miss this, I can't remember if I got this on manual auto load. A lot of these I have on auto load because I'm just too lazy to switch them on afterwards. That's a point. I don't know when we've got to come in to get these things. Not 13 days for this one anyway. I also have to think about maintenance. On one of the other maps I'm playing on South North, I wondered why one of my tractors was kept cutting out, and I realised that it hadn't been maintained. Whoops. Oh, there, that stop. That's auto save kicking in. I used the drive control auto save, and I'm going to go this way back. It saved me having to play with the Norfolk drivers out on the roads. Norfolk people are the best in the world, but they're not the best drivers in the world. Although they are better than Suffolk drivers. That is banter again between Norfolk and Suffolk. It's nothing. It's not against Suffolk there per se. It's just that we always enjoy a little bit of a byplay. I think we've got time to do another load back, and I think what we'll do, I'll do a couple more off screen, then we'll do the animals for the next episode. Right, I'm not too worried about where we pick up. Put that down. Take it back to the front one again. We'll put that on here. So we've got it on cruise, and we have got, as you notice, full crop destruction mode on. Oh, this is as far as we go. So we'll be crossing to this one, to this bit. I didn't bother to have a look up to see what the clouds were like. Yeah, so Pat at the moment, I don't think I said, is, well, she's still recovering from her holiday, of course. These young people and their holidays. We used to have a day down Yarmouth, and if you live outside the county you have to call it Great Yarmouth, by the way. Only Norfolkians are allowed to get away and call it Yarmouth, because it's also Yarmouth in the Isle of Wight. Just to put you in your place. Yeah, we used to be that's for the day down Yarmouth, all those stuff. All from here, because up to Cromer, Hunston, and if you look in the map you find it's spelt more Hunstanton, but locals pronounce it Hunston. And don't go and ask a local for Boy Mundham, by the way. It's Wyndham. There we are. I've been meaning to do a bit more Norfolk for you. I'll get me mortarboard and going out. Alright, let's see what else we've got to do. Well, this year, because now it's winding down nicely, we're going to have time. And what I'm going to do is, over this period, I'm going to just fertilise. Well, no, I don't have to fertilise 10, because we will have the chopped straw in there. I'm going to get Pat on there later today to start cultivating 10. And then we will shove some canola back in there. I can't remember, we may well have canola in there already. In fact, I'm going to just check, I think. Let's just do that. I'll just stop here for one moment. We should be able to check quite easily. What did we do about weight? Oh no, it's right. Yeah, we can put canola in there. Yeah, we'll put canola into 10. Or as I know better, it's ripe. It gets very confusing sometimes when I'm watching a video and people start calling maize corn. I know corn as wheat. Just get a little bit of a confusion. And of course ripe and canola are slightly different, but I think it's ripe that's mainly grown in Britain, and a lot of the rest of the world uses canola. They're similar, very closely related, but I think there is a difference. I could be wrong there, of course, it has been known. Although last time I thought I was wrong, that's a mistake. That should get a few calls in. Alright. Oh, I've only got this on ×1. Oh, well. Not that really matters, because it's not like one of the challenges we're doing. Let's go back this way, shall we? See here, I'm just not really worried. We've got 3 other medals, and what I will be doing is, because the medals are all a little way away, this one and the one just across that gravel path or gravel road are handy for the sheep. I shall keep cutting those regularly and send those down to the sheep, but I want one close to the farm, so we have a little bit less travelling to do to get the work done. Well, I'm just going to put in a word about the map. This is Blickling. I like Blickling. I like the map. I liked it on 15, so much so that I persuaded OldBor in letting us host it for him, or joint host it with FS UK on PCSG, and we have OldBor been kind enough to let us have the 17th version. Certainly the Snowmass 17th version, I think, is ours alone, although you may say other places that you shouldn't do. Shall we say that? And it is hosted on our own server, so not on some stupid crap loaded .net or such like. It's our own high speed service. You do have to join PCSG to get the download, but I think that's fair enough as a small price to pay. But we don't bite. And we do have a lot of other things for people. If you like playing multiplayer, we run a multiplayer server. Icelandic Farmer looks after that and actually pays for it. Lovely chap that he is. We, together with 3 dudes, are having a little bit of fun with this 24 day season challenge or idea, and I'm enjoying that immensely. I really am. And we have just about all the words on that are on PCSG. We have a special club section, and that's one of the clubs there. Go and join PCSG, take a look at the club section, look for the 24-day one, and you'll find some very, very, very interesting posts there. Very entertaining. And that's because I'm doing videos on it, so I'm not posting as much. In fact, I hardly post at all. I should really update my posts on that. And what else we got going? Oh, of course, we have some of the top modders in the game pop on, and our members, and the vast majority of them are very willing to help. If you have a problem, if you have map making or modding and you have a problem, post it on PCSG. Someone will be there and try and help you out. Can't always succeed, but we will try. And by the way, we do run a policy. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask because you think it's a stupid question. I'm just gonna. Oh, we got time, I think, to do another one. Don't think we've got anything else to look at here. Well, we've done it. I'm going to get this back. And of course, I should do that. As is normal, head track decides to play silly beggars. Just missed that. Well, that's a bit better. We've got some grass now, and I got to actually look properly, see what. So I reckon we're not going to get it until the afternoon. The rain, in which case we could have actually knocked field 2 down. Never mind, we know better next time. But so we also needed this grass, so it's as broad as it's long. Right, that's what I've done my adverts. Let's get back to the game in hand. I will just make a start and doing this and get me screenshot. I quite often forget that. I'm getting quite good at remembering to do my chat with the dog before we start. One of these days he's going to answer me. And that will be worrying. I will be the one with the trail of bricks behind me if that happens. Just don't ask what I mean by that. I'm not going to tell you. Alright, let's just... Let's start down there. Right, I'm gonna... might as well start me wine down there. I think we are actually going to cut this mad here nowhere. This is quite a good way of cutting, actually. If you, especially with seasons, if you are trying to get some grass in before it, before rain affects it, this system definitely works. It will still affect it in the trailer, in the forage house, but you have a chance now to get this out and put away into wherever you want to put it. Oh, I also had someone ask before, something like that. May well have been Chris again, I can't remember. But Chris is a very, very good, loyal subscriber. He has been chatting away on most of the videos. Thank you very much, Chris. I always entertained by your comments and agree or disagree with most of them. But always points made well. Now, he was asking about seasons, and there's a pity that seasons doesn't look like seasons will be a thing for 17. I haven't seen Decker do any work on it at all. But against that, more and more of the ideas, if not exactly the same way of doing them, is coming into seasons now. Moisture should be a thing. They're working on that at the moment, but either the next update or the one after. It's a lot of things they're working on which are way in advance of what anybody thought the engine could do, so if it takes them a little time to get something sorted, that's why. And I heard somewhere, and I think it might be on their Slack channel, that they're playing with the idea of having weeds. Now that could be interesting. As you know, that's a big thing on the soil mod with the weeds. It's going to make my trying to do things organically on this farm a bit more difficult if we have weeds on. Because doing organic on 17 is simple compared to 15. The trouble with 15 and soil mod, you were losing a lot of production, a lot of yield. Whereas on 17 you don't really lose any. If you think about it, we've got chopped straw mod, right? If you find you're not taking the straw off and you're just chopping it back on, that's one fertilizer level and you put that in. 2 is using those rolls which act as extra moisture content and act as a weeder. And you do that straight after seeding. That's your second level, which is what I'm going to be doing on this map. Then you got your third level. Once you've got one growth stage, your first growth stage, get the weeder out. 3 fertilizer levels, and you actually only need to dry all the crop once. That actually counts, and that's the and that's a weeder stage. Right, I would already be thinking of doing a screenshot. Right, let's just saying right were rather a lot. I really must stop. Do that. No. Do that. Drop out a curb. Yeah, I get back in the cab, and of course let's look straight up again. Oops, didn't want that. Now the fun and games of having the console live. Let's get everything up here. Alright, I'm going to start my wind down now. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. Helps me, helps the channel, makes me feel better if nothing else. That this old boy is doing something right. If you're not a subscriber and were held at gunpoint by some mad despot and made to watch this, and for some reason you must be mad yourself, you enjoyed it. Well, how about subscribing? I do this type of thing 5 days a week, every weekday. A video should go out, provided we have no actual problems. I can't guarantee it, but I do attempt it. If you've got any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, or just normal observations, feel free to post them in the comments section under this video. I try and read everyone, I try and answer everyone. Actually, it's more likely I'm going to read it. I may not be answering everyone at the moment. I'm still trying to catch up with watching some of the other guys' videos, especially those in the 24-day thing. I want to see what the opposition's up to. Oh, so with that, I think it was probably time for me to say cheerio for now. Cheerio.